keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
They always do that to me. Why?
Clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me.
It's gonna be a good one.
Fuck all
I hope.
Shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass YouTube broadcasting. Wow, the no land, ladies and gentlemen. Sims got banned from the Discord. Did we ban him?
I did not ban Sims. I don't really ban anybody.
I might have banned. I don't know if I might have put the order out. Hey, you Discord guys, if you're targeting my fans, it doesn't even matter what you say. If you get identified that you just keep going in there fucking with people, what have you. I'll look into your case, Sims, but I don't know. I forgot what your case. I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for Discord. Don't target my fans. Sorry. Why don't you go start a fucking a Shot from the Point server where you can fuck with each other. Oh wait, no new people come in. No. Actually,
I don't think they should have their own server. I think that could be potentially dangerous.
It's my responsibility to feed the bullied to the bullies. It's like that's my job. Apparently.
You can call it the Coke Club, the autistic version of the Spike Club.
The fuck. Hello, I just want to go into the new year, and I want to settle things with you. Fuck you, lady. Yeah. Wonder why that guy got banned. I have no idea. What the fuck is out of here? Simpson.
I haven't been on one of these in a while. It's been like over a week and a half.
Yeah, it's been great. All right, listen. If you guys remember the underground drama we used to do, I actually, unfortunately, they don't get a lot of hits because they don't have a lot of big names. But and Keemstar said this is not me just the last one we did with Ace Trainer Liam with a guy named Books and Games on Twitch. Keemstar said it was the best content we ever put in. I don't think so because I think I laughed too much. I think I fucked the whole thing up because I was just in hysterics. Guy saying, what did that guy say?
That was his holiday yesterday.
What's that? Oh, it's Martin Luther King.
If you don't agree with me, you could tell Martin Luther King Jr. he was wrong.
Oh my God, that was some of the best stuff. I just remember. I just like. You ever laugh so hard you get a pain in your side?
Yes, I have.
I just like. I probably ruined it because I laughed too hard. But it just. It was all real. I was in pain. And that thing, Dave had been pushing me to do that for months, and that was it. But I don't really; these things don't come along too often. Or
I think I've been pushing you to do this since mid-November.
November? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the deal with this guy? Anyway, his name is.
So this guy is Geekdom101.
Okay.
He's probably right now the biggest Dragon Ball YouTuber. He gained I think he's about to hit 600,000 subs. He runs the conventions that people go to. He knows most of the voice actors by name, and he was able to get, for the voice of Vegeta, the Japanese guy, the current English dub, and the original dub you'd know as the guy who went over 9,000, all in a room at once to take questions. This guy is as connected to the community as you could possibly be.
So he is qualified to talk about Dragon Ball.
He is qualified to talk about Dragon Ball.
So, like, what does he do? Streams? Does he do videos? Like, what's his?
He does videos and also does streams. Okay. I actually went in one of his streams once and I asked a question and he goes, "Listen, this is some real big stuff right now. We're not talking about that stuff. We're only talking about stuff on topic, 100%. Don't ask stupid questions or something like that." I was like, "Okay."
So he's our kind of people, isn't he? Well,
God, yes. This is exactly what we have over here.
Let's check out his wonderful content. So he takes Dragon Ball. How old is he about, you think?
I have no idea. Maybe late 20s, early 30s?
Late 20s. See, because Dragon Ball's, it's kind of a retro thing for you, I guess, right? This is something you watch. But for me, it's just some bullshit I saw in my 20s. You know, I mean,
there's like two types of Dragon Ball fans. There's the guys who saw it like me when we were younger, like the casual dub watchers, people who saw it in English with the different music and stuff like that, and who've kind of come back. Yeah. And then there's the people who are like, nah, fuck that English dub. If you're not watching the Japanese version, you're not watching the pure Dragon Ball.
You're not getting the whole thing.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
learning
This is that.
That's incredible.
And just to say one thing, Gigaris Metis. No, this is not pre-recorded.
This is not pre-recorded. Yeah, there you go. This is pre-recorded. You'd be able to see Premiere. Do they do that anymore? The premieres? Do they allow that, or they cut that out?
Oh no, I like premieres.
I like the fact that you're really into this, and what's his name? Tobes Film Oddities there in the chat.
Oh fuck him.
And Todd, he doesn't like Dragon Ball. He doesn't care, but he got to see it where he lives before you did, and he went to see it just to piss you off, to tell you it sucked. That's fucking great.
He saw it in Japanese. He doesn't even speak that language. He didn't even get to see the English version.
Well, he speaks like 2-3 languages. Maybe he can pick up on it. I don't know.
And there's not even subtitles. He's just sitting there like, what the fuck is everybody saying?
Yeah, like I know what they're saying. That's what I think.
Literally.
When I think of Dragon Ball, it's literally like this. It's yeah. That's all. That epic rap battle, Superman versus Goku. I didn't know anything about Goku. It's totally out of my generation. This thing. Well, not totally. I'm sure there's some jackass that's into it. They basically he's Superman, and he even has like an annoying Jimmy version of him. And if you
Krillin,
remember,
Krillin is
right, that's Jimmy. That's the newspaper. But I'll never forget what the epic rap battles, which we don't talk about much here, and they're total YouTube legends. And he said something. Ray William Johnson played Goku, and he says, "How many times are they gonna rewrite your story? Your power's been boring since the 1940." That was great. You know,
and if you don't know Dragon Ball, though, the way I cut this shit, you don't. Most of the stuff he says isn't about the actual criticisms. It's just you'll see. You'll see when you watch it. You don't have to understand Dragon Ball to understand why he's crazy.
Okay, that's great. That's great. But you like his content, though. It's not totally fair to.
I like watching his content. I never said I like his content.
Well, I'll be the judge of that because I'm a partial fan. So, do you want to set this up at all? Do you want to set this up at all?
Nope. Actually, what? Yeah. So you guys know there's those kind of articles that you look at where it's like top 10 actors who got surprisingly fat, like those blatant clickbait articles that have them running down the side too. That you're supposed to click on one, watch the next one. This is basically him reacting to one of those. A very simple, shitty article from a website that spams them out, like the Watch
best Dragon Ball episodes of all time, or worst.
Yeah, literally that. That's literally that's probably one of them on the website.
You know, Tim Pool says that big newspapers use those clickbait things to boost their numbers so they can steal from the advertising companies and say, "Hey, look how many hits we got." And nobody read their articles. They went to Dragon Ball Z top 10s.
Yeah, literally.
All right, let's go check this shit out. All right, Dragon Ball Z, what's it? Geekdom.
Geekdom101.
All right, here we go.
My balls keep telling me.
All right.
So for years now, I have been debunking the cringy, clickbait, misinformed, poorly researched, trashy, nonsense articles that pop up all the time from websites.
Wait a minute. I've been debunking shitty stuff, like right off the bat, like they're clickbait articles.
Somebody
wrong.
said this guy's voice sounds like a cross between Gamer J. Lee and Mr. Medicare.
Oh, fuck.
Trying to profit off of Dragon Ball. And I've rarely been at a loss for words. This article
I could tell.
right here. Those of you who have been on my channel, you know I've been debunking Screen Rant a bunch. This article right here by
25 things wrong with Dragon Ball Super we all chose to ignore. This guy's already emotional.
Jorge Fernandez from thegamer.com. May be the worst, most offensive, most idiotic article that I've ever read in my entire
Everyone's top 10s are idiotic.
time being a Dragon Ball fan.
My favorite ones are like, do you remember this? Like they show they show a picture of like a meth head, and he said top 10 child actors that are not doing so well now. That's
you won't believe
favorite.
which child actor became a porn star.
Actually, it's always that kid from the Christmas Story, Scott
Yeah,
Schwartz.
literally.
Yeah, it's always him.
I'm not even kidding. I have seen a lot of misinformation, but the stuff in this article right now is literally the worst thing I have ever seen. And I'm going to tell you why as we go through. This website...
9/11, not as bad as this article.
Yeah, you see, we wake up and you read the paper that morning, you know, said, no, it's 25 things wrong with Dragon Ball. Super weak, all chose to ignore by Jorge Fernandez. This guy wants to build a wall based on that guy's name. Oh, Jesus.
To be shut down. This George Fernandez guy that's supposed to be banned from the internet. It's never going to happen, though.
Is he serious or is that hyperbole?
Yo, he's dead serious. No. You're going to keep watching. He's dead serious.
No.
And these things need to cease existing. And the fact that this website made even a penny off of this article is honestly evidence of just how fucked up the world is that we're in.
That's the slave and sex trade. It's the fucking Dragon Ball article.
All right, so that was just a little. Okay, a little.
It's a teaser. It's an
We're
entree.
transitioning to the main article now. This is the one we'll actually talk about what's in the article.
I'm going to take this in like an Italian wedding, like when they give you one course and another course and another course until you want to burst. Yeah, that's how I'm going to take this in.
Today, I was sent this article.
All right, with Dragon Ball, 15 massive plot holes in the franchise.
Over from Screen Rant. And understand, before I go any further with this video, I'm going to remain as professional as I possibly can.
Thank God. Thank God. We wouldn't want you to come at it with a bias.
Don't worry, just remember that for the next 30 seconds.
Know anybody from Screen Rant. I've never spoken to them before, but I can definitely tell that Screen Rant is hiring writers that don't know what they're talking about. And we're going to get to that here. I was sent this article today, Dragon Ball, 15 massive plot holes in the franchise. I've seen a lot of these, but this to me takes the cake. I have seen a lot of poorly researched, lazy, inconsequential articles written about Dragon Ball. But to me, the worst one I've ever read is this one. Like,
wait a minute. Was that before or after the last?
I'm not sure. I think this one came first. I think the second one was even worse.
Yeah, okay. This is even worse than the other one. We're going places.
This is really bad, and I am really wondering if Screen Rant screens, pun intended, some of these writers that they hire to write about Dragon Ball, because I have no problem with somebody making a living on the internet when it comes to Dragon Ball. Like, if you want to be a reviewer, a YouTuber, and you monetize your videos, that's great. There's nothing wrong with it. But my perspective is at least know what you are talking about. At least have a microcosm of an idea.
A microcosm? How about a good command of the language?
Yeah, what you're talking about. And this article, and again, I've seen some bad ones. This article is an embarrassment to Screen Rant, and it's an embarrassment to Dragon Ball, to everything.
You know what he sounds like? And I don't think people in New York are going to get this. It sounds like 66 WFAN New York. Some guy pissing and moaning about the Rangers at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is an embarrassment to the franchise. They should be embarrassed.
Really?
I want Torts fired. I want him fired. You know, that's exactly what this is. But it's Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. For some reason, it's both stupid, both in sports, but for some reason, it's worse for Dragon Ball. I don't know what it is.
The comments for this shit, though, are like, you go get him, Geekdom, or like, this is a little excessive.
It's a shit fucking article. That's so funny. Hey, you'll be happy these guys are giving you content. This guy's got 100K, I bet, right?
600K.
Good for him. Shit, you should be getting. Is this most of his content? Busting this stuff up open?
No, these are like he doesn't like making these. He's only made about 12 of them in the last couple months.
But they're the best content he makes. Go figure. This guy's great. By the way, this is the first time I made these guys edit this. This is the first time I'm seeing it.
To the entertainment medium, okay? And if Screen Rant's watching this video, which I don't know if they are, probably not, but you guys
be surprised.
This is embarrassing, okay? And we're going to go through why. Now, this article was written by a gentleman named Christopher Isaac. Now, I've never spoken to Chris Isaac ever before in my life. I've never spoken to him. I've never...
Chris Isaac saying wicked game. What a wicked game.
No. Tell me.
Had a conversation with him on the phone or on email. I don't know who this guy is. But I go on Twitter and I'm going to reach out to Chris Isaak and I'm going to say, hey, Chris, I'm doing this debunk video, letting you know ahead of time, you know, you made a lot of mistakes here. And I look and I'm blocked. I'm blocked.
I think he's heard of you. Someone gave Chris Isaak a heads up. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, that's funny.
With Chris Isaak's Twitter, and I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Yay.
I've never talked to this guy before. Why am I blocked? Well, it turns out
This is like when you find out Steve Shives blocked you. He's like, I never talked to this guy in my life. Oh, that's fucking great.
out that a few weeks ago, my buddy Tragic had tagged me in a. He was going after.
Tragic. How apropos is your friend's name?
Isn't his name spelled with a 4? Tragic.
I can't see that far, but you know what? I don't care to. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me look at this. No, I can't say it's the quality's not that great, but that's fucking funny.
Like, I guess he was tweeting at this guy, you know, or whatever. And he put my name in there saying, you know, I have to clean up some mistakes or whatever. But I didn't respond to any of this. I just stayed out of it because I don't want to get involved in anything. The problem is that I can't now reach out to you privately and tell you your article sucks. So I'm going to tell you publicly this article is horrible, all right? You can tell that Chris is... And there's nothing wrong with being a casual Dragon Ball fan.
Yeah.
You can tell that he is very casual. But the fact that he wrote this article...
You know why? Because it's not that important. You know? it's not that important, bro. It's just Dragon Ball. This guy, he was probably sitting there looking for, God, Jesus Christ, I got to do something around here before they get fired. Hey, you, Dragon Ball, I got it. Chris Isaak looks like he had a judge edition, a couple years of fapping about anime for 5 years. Well, according to Geekdom, this guy is not, he's not up to par.
He hasn't been fapping an anime long enough, sir.
I'm betting that Chris Isaak might, maybe, have a girlfriend. I don't know. But who knows?
Without doing a speck of research is, to me,
He didn't want to say microcosm again. Spec.
Spec.
For Screen Rant. If you know about the anime and the manga, you obviously know that Pikkon is not in the anime. Not just that, but in the... I'm sorry, he's only in the anime. Not just that, but he's actually in the Kid Buu arc. There's an episode where Kid Buu goes, it's a filler episode, he goes to King Kai's, like, Grand Kai's world, and Pikkon is there.
I love watching dorks talk like this. King Buu and the Star Trek used to be good.
Oh, you're going to love the next one.
When you can't understand it, it's so much better. Thank you, Cookie Silver.
And Pikkon couldn't do anything against Kid Buu. Like, did you just skip that episode? Did you only watch Kai? Like, again, if you're not qualified, and yes, I do believe that if you're going to write articles on a website as big as Screen Rant, you need to be qualified to talk about Dragon Ball. And this
is there a test? Did he miss class?
He doesn't have his card.
He's not qualified. It's not qualified. He's like Count Dankula. He's not qualified to be a comedian in the United Kingdom. This guy is not qualified.
Guy Chris Isaak is not qualified to talk about Dragon Ball, but that's only the beginning. Okay.
Oh,
so that
I didn't think it could get any worse than that, but do tell.
It's not a plot hole, buddy. Who dies and doesn't die from Boo's candy beam? So here he talks about how he doesn't understand why when Deborah became a cookie, he died, but when Vegito was eaten, he didn't. Well, if you paid attention,
you paid attention, you idiot. If he became a cookie, you stupid ass.
Somebody in the chat goes 4-year Dragon Ball Z degree right here. I went to Nassau. You went to Harvard. That's why you're qualified.
Can I say something positive? I don't know. I like his passion, you know? Oh, my God. I mean, look. In fairness to this guy, you know, I have no ill will for him. I have dorky stuff going on too. All right, I have my video game habit, and I'm 40 some odd years old, and I'm sure people would laugh at me. But I'm not saying Dick Duck 2 is the best unreleased or small release arcade game of all time or something like that.
When I was cutting this, it wasn't as funny, so I left it out. But at one point, he goes, "All right, that's a good point. But even a broken clock is right 2 times a day."
Vegeta was not turned into a candy and eaten. He was turned into a candy. Then he beat up Boo. Boo turned him back into a human, and then Boo absorbed him. The fact that you don't know the difference between absorption and turning somebody into a candy and eating them means...
I'll have you know that I've graduated from Harvard with a master's and PhD in Japanese anime. Yes, Sniper Lord, I wouldn't bet. You're always yelling at everybody when we're playing Overwatch. You seem to really know what's going on when I'm just trying to get a kill.
Means that you are not qualified to talk about Dragon Ball. Again, you can... cry if you want to, cry me a river. You're just not going to do it. Yeah. Understand, I'm trying to be...
This guy's seeing right through your bullshit, pal.
He's got you good, you fucker.
Yeah, he's got you. Go, take him down, Geekdom.
Professional here. I don't want to name call this guy. That's not what I'm about. This is enough for me to say that this dude...
No, fuck that. Tell this guy...
Wait, go back. Go ahead, it's perfect. Wait,
fuck that.
About Dragon Ball. Again, you can... cry if you want to, cry me a river. You're just not going to do it. Understand, I'm trying to be professional here. I don't want to name call this guy. That's not what I'm about. This is enough for me to say that this dude, Chris Isaac's got to go. Either, do some fucking research.
He's calling for his job? What if he has kids? Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. He's got 2 kids. His mother's dying. Fuck him. Fuck his ass. Get the fuck out of here.
He disrespected my anime.
Clean that desk, bitch. Oh my God. That's amazing. I want to interview this guy. Put a 1 in the chat. You want this guy in shot from the point.
Or don't write on the internet about Dragon Ball, bro, because you're spreading misinformation and you're making yourself look stupid.
Jesus. How much you want to bet this guy didn't give a fiddler's fuck about the kids, about the Kentucky Catholic school kids, all that misinformation? Hey, did you hear Phil DeFranco spread misinformation about the Catholic school kids? Oh. Did you hear fucking Dragon Ball Z got that? Chris Isaac got it wrong. Yeah, fire me the whole call. I've called that guy's boss. They need to fire him. Unbelievable.
Drop an elbow from the top ropes here.
Yeah, Jesus.
Nobody mentions Frieza has a family before King Cold shows up. Well, that's a fallacy. This is not what a plot hole is.
Is it an appeal to authority fallacy? Is it a red herring fallacy? Is it a slippery slope fallacy? Is it a... Which fallacy might it be?
Not even like... The point is, it is stupid. He goes, nobody's ever mentioned Frieza has a dad, but you think that, like, okay, well, it's a character. He had to come from somewhere. At some point, he probably had a dad. Maybe it just never came up in conversation.
Yeah.
But just the response to this is just
funny.
Oh my God!
I have an answer to every. I actually do have an answer to every, and I don't know much about Dragon Ball. I don't know if I've ever got through a full episode, but really, every one of these questions can be answered. It's a fucking cartoon. Get over yourself! It's a fucking cartoon. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Like 14-year-olds, like 13-year-old kids laugh at you. That guy's really into Dragon Ball. Oh my God.
You need to really do some comprehension, bro, and look up what a plot hole actually is. The fact that King Cold was not mentioned until he showed up, that's not a plot hole, because they never once said that Frieza was an orphan or that he's the only member of his family.
I wonder if Digibro would think that I'm qualified to review his content, because he's overqualified for Dragon Ball. I don't have Dragon Ball conversations, but I definitely have I have dork qualifications. That's where I think I come in. I went to the school of geek dork fucking ology.
That's never stated prior to King Cold showing up. This is the one that takes the cake right here, too.
Wasn't the last 2. This takes the cake.
The conflicting stories of when Planet Vegeta was destroyed. He talks about how when Raditz first met Goku, Raditz tells Goku that Planet Vegeta was destroyed 3 years ago by a meteor. Okay, fair enough. Raditz telling Goku that Planet Vegeta was blown up 3 years earlier?
Yeah, what the fuck's the matter with this guy?
Only in the English dub. Had you watched a little bit more, done a little bit of research, even Dragon Ball Wiki, you would know that that is an English dub change. And those of you who have been subscribed to me for a long time, you know that I don't like dub changes like that. That confuse people. And you know what? I get it. Chris was confused. If Chris is confused, he should be doing some research.
Oh.
Because a Google search, well, I'm sure will find you the answer. I'm sure it will. Or
something tells Chris's job is hard fuck enough. He got stuck writing articles about Dragon. This guy probably went to Chris probably went to some prestigious journalism and he ended up here. So, maybe we're being a little hard on Chris. I don't know.
The colleague in the chat was right, got One Punch Man, and this man's stuck talking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking amazing.
Or maybe he shouldn't be writing about Dragon Ball. Then the last one on here, Goku and Gohan have nightmares about antagonists they've never met. Yes, I agree with this. It's a little weird that during Goku's coma or whatever, he's having nightmares about 17 and 18, whom he had never met. This is actually, there's truth to.
But wouldn't that be foreshadowing? Tobes, am I on this? Film oddities.
Oh god.
Cummy T's arcade machine. I think that was an epic meme. I love this fucking thing, and you can make fun of me all you want. I'm sure some guy put a video and he was next to some Neo Geo machine, and he was making fun of me on Twitter. It was pretty fucking funny.
There is truth to this, but that's like 3 out of 15. 3 out of 15, Once again, I'm just debunking this. I'm doing a video to debunk it, and I want to show people now that Screen Rant and some other websites that don't normally cover Dragon Ball, they need to really either have somebody in there to proofread or hire somebody who actually has a deeper understanding of the series and didn't just see the series once and is just making up shit.
Yeah.
Or at least has the time to go online and do some research and learn.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'll defend this guy a little bit. I'm sure he's 100% correct. The gaming industry's got a problem with this right now. They hire guys that are elite. I'll tell you something. You're actually lucky. You don't have a bunch of fucking left. A Eurogamer magazine just came out. I watched Germany the other day, and they said, guess what? We're a bunch of fucking advocates. We don't give a shit that we know anything about games. We're advocates. Advocates first. At least you're not getting that shit. At least the guy's just trying to move up in the journalism world, and he's stuck doing these for now. He's probably a young dude. I love the fact that he blocked you. He beat you to the punch, bro. Hey, you mentioned that conversation was, hey, what are you doing this week? I'm doing some Dragon Ball. Listen, you got Twitter? Of course I got Twitter. I got a blue check mark. Block this guy.
You know how mob mentality is really bad?
Yes.
Everyone hates mob. Play the clip.
More about the series. Because if you're going to be, and again, the problem is that this Chris Isaac guy has a bunch of articles about Dragon Ball. A bunch. And I'm like, how many of these, I'm not going to go through them all, but how many of these things
it's a good question.
Are true and how much of them are bullshit?
I swear to God, if he got that Mortal Kombat lore wrong, I'm going to have some fucking problems too, pal.
Bullshit. When you have one article that proves you didn't do your research, God knows how bad the rest of these
I feel that way about real news reporters.
Articles are. And it's just, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to Screen Rant. It's embarrassing to...
This guy is the Hassan of fucking. This is the Young Turks of Dragon Ball journalism.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sure he's right though, and you know what? In principle, I agree with him. I just could never get this upset. In principle, I absolutely agree with him. And then people like this shit and people like this guy, but then they're really into hockey or really into football. And they talk in the same ways, or they get in fist fights at sporting events. They're just as bad, probably worse. Now that I'm thinking of it.
Anybody who's a Dragon Ball fan, and I wanted to point this out to you guys. So thank you again for watching this debunk, and let's spread the word. And I want everybody here to tweet at. If you have Twitter,
you can't do that,
and make them watch this video, and hopefully he'll understand that, buddy. I don't mind you writing about Dragon Ball, but if you could do maybe a couple more minutes of research, a couple of minutes out of your busy day writing.
By the way, I don't think that should be a rule on YouTube. Whatever. You know, everybody, he has a platform to do it. I have no issues with it, but I wouldn't do that if I were you.
All these articles that were probably wrong, I would appreciate it. The fandom would appreciate it, and you wouldn't make yourself or Screen Rant look incompetent. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
He just dropped the mic like fucking Eminem and 8 Mile. Like, got you. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, clarity. Clarity, ladies and gentlemen. Clarity. Drink water, clarity. What other stuff? Beck's Gold. All the memes in one. Oh, this is amazing. Nick, a fantastic job. Good research as acting as not only talent, but as a shot from the point news guy. Wait,
I did my research? Did I do just one microcosm of research?
Yes, apparently you did. Apparently you did. The patron saint of virginity, Tom Jimmy. But again, and there's a part of me that agrees with them. It sucks when these guys, there it is. Like, clarity, everybody. Oh, man. Disney doesn't give a shit about, yeah. It sounds like Disney, bro.
I mean, it's below his pay grade, my bad.
I don't know, what gets people like this? How does that... Although, if I've told this story before, and it happened recently. Some guy at a bar, this wasn't only a couple months ago. Some guy I was at a bar with, he's like, "Are you a gamer?" I was kind of like, "Don't say that too loud," you know? And, you know, because I was at a bar with a bunch of dudes. And he says, yes. He goes, "What do you think about VR?" I said,
"Oh, no!"
And I go, "What do you think about VR?" And I said, "Well, you know, I'll be honest with you, VR is better than it's ever been. I've watched it grow up. You know, he was like 20-something, and I've seen VR, some of the first VR since the 80s. I got a pretty good perspective on it, at least I thought." And I go, he goes, "You think all games will go to that in the future?" I said, "Absolutely not. The controller's here to stay, and there's been multiple examples of it, but I will give you this, VR now is better than it's ever been. It actually feels immersive for the first time. But I think when it goes to skill-based stuff in esports, that it's really never going to take over. It's an individual experience." So he looks at me and he says, "So you don't think VR will get any better?" I was like, "No, that's not what I said, of course, but I don't think it'll be a mainstay. It'll always be a peripheral. It won't be like the controller. It'll always be a peripheral. And if I'm wrong, I think I'll be in my deathbed before that happens." So what you're saying is you don't think it'll get any better. Isn't that a little ridiculous? I was like, "No, I think it'll get better. I just think people will choose to play skill-based games." And it goes on. And I almost got to fight with this guy. You know, and then I was like, "Okay, stop. And then he looks at me and he says, "I don't like the tension between us." I'm like, "What are you, my fucking wife?" And then the bartender started laughing at him. And he was there to make sure I didn't slug him. Oh, man. So I guess I'm just as bad as this guy, in fairness to him. I love to have him on the show. He's very funny. I dig his passion. But I think we all got to take a step back with whatever stupid thing we're into and remember it's not that fucking important. It isn't. It isn't at the end of the day. This is, but I love the fact that everybody's kind of pushing for him. You know, that's kind of cool. You got the DSP video where he kind of stabs, what's his face in the back? I'd love to see that.
Oh, good. Lean uploaded it.
Lean uploaded. He's back. He didn't get like Josh didn't chase him off the platform just yet. Is that it? Let's go look at this fucking thing. All right, this is so. Explain the plot for this. High as a kite. We witnessed the casus bellum aversion war. Casus bellum. I don't even know what that means, but I'm sure it's funny. So Wings came in there. They're buddies, right? They're kind of in the same boat. The both of them. Mm-hmm. They both take themselves way too seriously. They both live off of trolls rather than people that appreciate what they do.
They were supposed to do a collab a couple weeks ago, and Wings canceled it.
And then, so was Wings,
like he wasn't around.
You know, I'm looking at this clip real quick, and this Wings of Redemption with a check mark. He's, he goes, "Counter, you'll just be banned on site from my stream." He's already telling people he's going to ban them in the DSP stream. So was he in Discord talking to him? Because he got mad. He got mad at Wings DSP, correct?
No, I think he was literally just in the chat.
Oh, and it was pissing him off.
I think he said, "Hey guys," and then someone responded to Wings with, "You fat fuck," or whatever. He goes, "You'd be banned on site if you said that to my server." I think that's how that went down. I might be wrong.
And for all the people that like Lean and the whole the troll groups. This must have been like Infinity War. When they're
Lean's on the edge of the troll groups. Lean is Lean's the guy who makes positive videos about wings that got like.
Really?
They were the guys. Wait, remember when I was telling you the story? What happened behind the scenes? He's the guy who alerted everybody that shit was about to go down. He knew. Yeah, he's the guy who knew.
He knew. He's the guy who knew that Josh was going to come in and scare the fuck out of everybody. I guess he did a good job too. Are they all back now? Did everybody put their
Liquid
back?
Richards is back, but the other guys didn't come back.
Really?
The guys who never left are staying, but like the only person who came back was Richard.
Yeah, I really wonder why Josh got involved in that. It is really.
He came back. He was like, "I'm never doing a YouTube again." Then 4 hours later, he dropped a video called "Clapback."
Yeah,
and it was a diss track from Wings of Redemption.
That's funny. I have mixed feelings about what Josh did. I'm not really cool with the fear. I mean, because you can scare people out of fucking, doing what they want to do. I mean, you can intimidate people out of saying what they want to say. At the same time, these guys that make fun of Wings, as funny as they are, I mean, they're as big a trash bags as fucking Wings at the end of the day. I mean, look, Wings is a bad guy. I get that. But it's just like, it's like everybody's kind of evil in the whole situation. I think it's kind of funny. I guess you disagree with me on that, right?
My argument comes from I believe the Kiwi Farms article was called "The People Who Make Fun of Wings Redemption Are Just as Bad" or something like much.
I kind of agree with that, though.
No, I agree with that. But what about the people who are doxing the shit at the people who are bad, who are the people who are looking at a bad guy? And Redemption?
That's what I think. That whole
like who is that? Like who is that new vigilante group? A bunch of losers. So it's a bunch of losers gunning down a bunch of other losers, gunning down a big fat loser.
Yeah. It's everybody's eating each other. It's kind of amusing. Yeah. I gotta be honest. I love Wings content. I love watching these fucking videos. I'll never get sick of them. But DSP is not as fun because I don't know. He doesn't have meltdowns like Wings does, and he doesn't have the.
He does. Accent. He had his one.
Yeah.
He goes, "Why am I toxic?"
Oh God. You know what's funny about Wings?
Phil's a loser. Phil's fat.
But the thing with DSP, he's got this. He's got like third place in an Evo, which is really prestigious. But he got it on a version of Street Fighter that was protested by the pro community because it wasn't a very good port. Like if you had a port like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on Dreamcast, it was pretty much good as having the cabinet, right? And but this particular version of Street Fighter was all types of fucked up. It was an imbalance. It was a problem. So he finished third next to two Japanese guys ahead of him. And
he was the number one U.S. guy.
Yeah, he was like the one.
Name,
yeah, he's
number one U.S.
But he never really was. He never really was. He won a game that they were protesting because it was so piss poor, and the only guys that played it were Japanese dudes. It was literally like playing Donkey Kong Cabinet and then substituting it for like Donkey Kong NES 8-bit, and he won. Is
that like the equivalent of them saying, "All right, we're shipping you out to Iraq," and the next day they're pulling all the soldiers back?
No, it's the equivalent of going to play ice hockey and they hand you like, fuck it, we're gonna play inline four.
We're just gonna play with shoes.
Yeah. We're just gonna play with shoes. You guys slide around the ice, something like that. All right, let's see DSP freak out.
Bottom line is right now, obviously, there's stuff going on in the stream that's trying to derail the entire fucking stream, and I'm not gonna entertain it. I'm just not. I'm playing.
He just stopped by and said hello. Like, I love when big YouTubers come into my stream. It's an honor.
Game. I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm trying to interact and learn about the game and do stuff.
But you suck at it. You suck at all games. Worse than me, people say. That's saying some shit.
Just because, another content creator or someone shows up doesn't mean the entire stream should then become about him. Seriously.
Oh my God.
And I don't appreciate that people try to do that. It's one thing to say, "Oh, hi, someone's here." It's another thing for everyone to literally scream and yell and cheer and do all this stuff in regards to this person and try to derail the whole fucking stream, which is exactly what it is. The stream is not going to be between me and this guy, and I'm not going to let this derail what I'm doing.
He really is jealous. There's no doubt about it. He's jealous of Wings. You want to get picked on like Wings does? I guess he already does.
Dude, that must have been a massive mental boner for Wings of Redemption. Nobody's been jealous of me in a long time. I'm going to have a Pepsi.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Did Wings respond to this?
I don't think so.
At all.
Maybe he didn't know it was about him. How much you want to bet he didn't figure it out?
And regardless of how many people do it, I'm just gonna continue on because I know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's not what I hear. That's not what I hear. I don't know.
But I don't agree with someone who came in and maybe subbed or whatever and said something and they got banned. I don't think that should have happened.
So he was talking about this down here. You see, oh God, that's funny.
Yeah.
What a fragile ego. You know, he said he was going to have to sell his house a couple weeks. I mean, he's an e-bagger. There's no doubt about it. He was saying he was going to have to sell his house unless he hit this goal by midnight, and apparently he hit it. So he's back at it with this godforsaken game, whatever the fuck it is. Looks dorky.
Because I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with someone who came in and maybe subbed or whatever and said something and they got banned. I don't think that should have happened. So.
Oh my God. That's just
Wavy Web Surf. Hi, Wavy.
Wavy. Yeah. You know, I don't really appreciate it when people come in my chat that have 100,000 subs and they just take the entire thing. You know, this is about shot for the point, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to talk
Wavy's
about
not
the guy.
in the chat. That was his video.
I'm not going to talk about. Oh yeah, it was Wavy. It wasn't in the chat. Is
No,
anybody
he's
in the chat?
on pop off.
Why am I toxic? Where's your Vago? You should have been here. You missed the plane. You're like fucking. You're like Andy Worski.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Do you want to take some calls?
I think it's time to take some phone calls. I'll open up the
You got
phones.
Tobes and the Unknown Otaku. Wait.
Oh, Unknown Otaku is the first one coming up. We'll bring it. Well, you know what? Another thing is I'll bring in Doc too, because
right.
actually we'll just go there. Doc, just meet us in there. Let's go. Let's take some calls.
Too wild. I have 500k subs. Make the chat go wild about me so Tommy gets mad.
Tony D Too Wild is trying to take my sunshine here. I got 500k huns. Let's make the chat about me so Tommy gets mad.
Jesus.
For fuck's sake. All right, I'm sorry, Tobes. I'll take him second. I'll definitely put Tobes on. But Unknown Otaku, you're on the air. I have a feeling you might have some insight into this world we call Dragon Ball.
Yeah, quite a bit. You could say that.
Do you have a girlfriend?
From what I hear,
do you have a girlfriend?
From what I hear, Dragon Ball.
That's not what I asked you. Do you have a girlfriend?
I said, yeah, but Dragon Ball's more interesting.
Yeah, but do you have a girlfriend? It's a binary question. Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
You do? Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ.
You're not qualified to talk about Dragon Ball.
Get the fuck out. Out. Bye. Where's my bomb? What the fuck happened? There we go.
From what I hear from people
what do you
that
got?
actually talk to Geekdom, they always say he's actually just playing up a personality. It's not actually him.
That's not actually him? Boy, he got us then. Then more clarity. I've never been this excited to click on an SFTP video. Ben Sapphire. So you think that's an act? You think that's an act? Because DeOrio
everyone
says
I talk to, they say it's an act.
You ruined it.
Yeah, but that's not really. A lot of YouTubers are an act. Like Rice Gum's an act, but people don't all believe it.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody, he has his YouTube character. Yeah, he's probably not like that offline.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm sure he probably does what I does. He means what he says. He means what he says, but that's fucking entertaining. That's very entertaining. I don't.
It is. I do say that, but I mean, I don't like any of his other videos. But
yeah, what's wrong? Are you qualified to criticize his shit?
Like, it's one thing to be in a character, and it's another to go. This guy's gotta go.
He did. He called.
He called for his job in character. He still called for his job.
Okay, I disagree with that purely because if he goes, then. Like, who are we going to laugh at?
Who are we going to go for?
Yeah, really. Like, who's going to be writing these bad articles?
So this guy's a little smarter than we thought.
To keep laughing at.
Yeah. This guy's a little smarter than we thought. Oh, Jesus. That's just it's just terribly funny. So the word of the grapevine, this guy knows exactly what he's doing. That means he's just a damn good YouTuber. That is what you're telling me. Yeah. He's just a damn good YouTuber.
If it comes to Dragon Ball knowledge, I would not go against him.
Oh, really? I would like to see.
I don't think I would either.
If it comes to literally any other show, because I've seen like almost 1,000 different anime, I'd probably do that then.
That's that's a problem. You don't focus on one thing, so you're just like a master. You're jack of all trades, master of none. This guy's a fucking black belt. What are you? What's your problem?
I just meme on everyone.
No, you don't.
That's why I get. Yeah. Yes, I do. Look at the latest video. I got 700,000. No,
oh, did you really?
70,000 views.
You got congratulations. Is Digibro's 100% for real though? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is. I got to be honest with you. This guy doesn't hold a candle to him. You know.
Oh,
even,
no.
Nobody holds a candle to Digibro. And then he likes lolly porn on top of that. That makes him interesting, to say the least. How is Endless Jess doing? It's been a year since we did that whole thing.
I don't watch Endless Jess, but I do know someone's making like a whole series on his content.
You make sure you get that to me ASAP, okay?
Yeah, this person that's doing it, it took about a year to make one video, so it may take a while to give you this video.
I would watch a 3-hour film on Endless Jess. It's got to be long. It's Endless Jess.
Yeah,
I actually don't think he's untalented. You know that? I think he's just fucking weird and obnoxious.
The person who's making the video. He's actually describing the whole lore of his channel.
That was it. And he's like me. He can't break fucking whatever he has, like 40K or whatever he has, right? He can't break it.
Yeah, he pretty much can't.
No, I watched his rap video with Digibro, and I was kind of impressed. He's definitely creative, but he's not leaving mom's basement. He's not leaving mom's basement. I know. The thing when I don't even say this as a joke. There's just so much autism in these fucking video games and these TV shows. It's just there's so much to go around. It's really a wonder how the country survives. I mean, what was that movie where everybody's stupid?
Idiocracy.
Yeah. It's like you gotta wonder.
Costco, I love you.
No, I'm pretty sure that could be a reality.
Well, we just seem to carry on. You would think if there's if there's a threshold of stupid people that you can allow, and once that threshold is crossed, then a society falls apart. But it just seems to keep going.
It's kind of like YouTube. The more it breaks, it still works.
It's just kind of I can't kill it. Not even if you hired Susan with Jicky. I gotta be. Let me ask you something, Taco. I'm going to say something really unpopular. All right.
What?
Article 13 looks like it's at very least it might be dead. Very least back in the drawing board for some time. I believe, and I hate saying this, that Susan Wojcicki was more responsible for that thing getting kicked back, her and the record companies, than any other person that took up the cause. Would you agree with that? That Susan Wojcicki may have saved.
You're not allowed to say that. We don't.
No, you're not allowed to say that, but I think she did.
I mean, technically, yeah, I would probably agree because of the fact of what big media.
She didn't lay off
all of those people. Like when I'm saying those kind of people would be like, "Oh, these YouTubers are speaking. We don't care about them." But if a huge person
she's a respectable. We know she's fucking dope like everybody else, but to the outside normie world, she's a respectable person. She kept that thing going. She made videos. She showed, here's what your YouTube's going to look like. All these black screens, not available in the United Kingdom, not available in the European Union. I got to be honest with you. That must have scared the shit out of them because they have to go back to their constituency and say, yeah, you can't upload a picture of your cat because you got to be able to prove you own it. I mean, because it sends Europe back to the Stone Ages, internet-wise, which, by the way, that's what they want. But I think Susan Wojcicki probably played the biggest role, in my opinion. I call it like see him, and I do. I have to give her a look. I was wondering what you thought of that.
Can't upload a video of your cat because you were wearing a shirt with a copyrighted image on it.
Yeah, why not? I'm saying this. Here's another thing. Like when I first heard about the law in June, right? They said that, that YouTube's filter would probably be enough to satisfy the law. And their lawyers looked at it and said, no, it isn't. And that thing cost $1 billion from what I understand. It's weird.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think that would even be remotely possible.
Mumpky Jones wants to show how 13 is gone. Good Susan. Yeah, Mumpky Jones probably pissed off by me saying that, but he doesn't live in the European Union. He's never a fucking threat.
Next video. Why Tommy C?
Yeah, imagine he drops a bomb on me. Fucking you backstabbing cunt. No, I do. Look, she could be right about one thing, you know. As Geekdom101 says, the sun shines on a dog's... Oh, no, sorry. Broken watch is right twice a day. Whatever the fuck he says. All right, Kotaku.
You might be wondering why Tommy C stabbed me in the back.
I played the fucking Who music. No, I think of that one. No, I can't stand
Susan.
Susan.
He never had my
Let me make this clear.
I'm going to prove it.
What happened to Mumpky Jones is criminal, and I do think that's why YouTube should probably be regulated, or at least AdSense, or at least force these companies to hold some kind of version of the First Amendment worldwide. But you know, she may have saved us, at least for the short term. So I gotta give credit where credit's due. I'm glad I can still meme. It's very important to me to be able to meme without paying a fucking hyperlinks tax.
It's not even the meme fucking rule breaker. It's the upload breaker.
Yeah, it really is. Because they can't take the chance. That's what I was telling people. She's gonna, and she didn't do it right away. She eventually, when it got closer, she said, "You're not gonna be able to upload." And that means no streaming. You know, and the people are like telling me, "Tommy, get a VPN." No. You're not gonna be able to do it. It's gonna be locked down. Locked down. Period. You know, they're going to be able to tell them in the EU, even with a fucking VPN.
They said they're going to lock down European accounts, so they probably know where you've been uploading. They're going to be sure.
Yeah, probably. And I'll tell you something. When they locked down poker in the States, I had to get a European ID to show Poker Stars and Full Tilt at the time. And other than that, I was legitimately living here and legally. It was a real pain in the ass. A huge pain in the ass. They could do it the same way. Don't think it can't happen. And the VPNs weren't going to help me. And not only that, I would have been breaking American law. All right. Talk to you later. Take care, buddy. Good call. My God. Let's put a new guy. He's probably going to blow it. Well, he's a new guy, isn't he? Hey, you're on the air. What's up?
Yeah. I just wanted to say something about, like, can you hear me?
Yeah. Loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to say something about Geekdom. Like, look, I don't watch any anime YouTubers, but I respect that he focuses on one show. Like, they're anime YouTubers that that talk about every show for no reason.
A lot of dorks coming in here have a lot of respect for this guy.
No, I don't. But I don't watch him.
You don't watch him, but you do respect him.
But look. At least he isn't some Magic the Gathering player who all of a sudden starts posting videos about owning the libs.
I like this guy already. I love this guy.
That's interesting. What's your problem with Jeremy?
His content is all well, the SJWs.
Is it illegitimate?
It's not illegitimate. It's just that he's boring. He's really boring.
He's really boring.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. All right. That's called for fucking Tobes is fucking doing a backflip wherever the hell he is.
I don't know. That call felt good though.
No.
Yeah.
Did you just use a soundbite of you asking a woman who was taken against her will?
My problem is he's become a bit of a grandstander, you know? And those alt-right guys like to point out that he got beat up by a tranny.
I'll take that a step farther. When I found out he got sucker punched, I was really sad about it. Now after watching his content, I wish I could have sucker punched him myself.
That's terrible. There's a guy on Sean from the Point who wants to sucker punch me. That's not the way to carry on a disagreement. Would you think so?
If he was a man's man, he would come on my YouTube channel.
Oh, that's the
and he would debate me.
Yeah, I'll send in donations. Wink, wink. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you don't like Jeremy. All right. I still watch him. But, you know, I know what you're talking about. No, sorry. Bye. I'll say fucking Tobes for last. Sniper Lord, what do you got? We're running out of time.
Oh, hello there, Tommy.
What do you got, sir?
I just wanted to say that this entire stream about that guy complaining about Dragon Ball Fucking hilarious.
You're the last guy that should be complaining about that, by the way.
No. I'm actually thinking that this guy's a fucking nut job.
You're a dork. You're a dork too. How dare you make fun of him?
No, look, like the way DeOrio lost his shit about that. Come on, I was with him on that.
What are you doing right now? Playing Overwatch, aren't you?
No, I'm playing South Park.
Are you qualified to criticize him?
I'm sorry, Tommy, but you're not qualified.
Bro, if you're not gonna do an ounce of research on Geekdom101, you can get the fuck out of my call.
Fuck out of here! You never been blown. Yeah, not an ounce of research. I want to find out where Sniper Lord lives. Get him fired. No, I want to find out where his dad works and get him fired. I want to put his dog to sleep. I'm going to swallow his fucking goldfish. How about that? How about now?
That's not going to get taken out of context.
No.
Not at all.
No. That'll turn into me pissing in kids' mouth somehow. You know. Because apparently that's what's up. Obama.
Hello, I can say I am qualified for talking about Dragon Ball Z.
You seem to think you're fucking qualified to talk about anything.
I don't know.
All right.
I gotta say one thing.
Go ahead.
I skimmed through the articles. They seem pretty legit.
Oh.
I gotta
Are
say,
you saying that Chris Isaac knows his shit and Geekdom101 might want to do his own research? Is that what you're saying?
Kind of.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. Can you do this in 2 or 3 sentences?
What?
What are you called for, you rocket scientist?
I mean...
Can you explain yourself? Can you explain yourself? Why you disagree with this guy's well-educated, qualified opinion?
Well, the animation was pretty bad, and you gotta be pretty dumb to even care about continuity errors in Dragon Ball Z.
Why? You just set a shiver up this guy's spine. Why is it not important for continuity errors in Dragon Ball Z? Why not?
I respect the grind Geekdom has there.
Okay.
But that's pretty gay.
The moral of the story is Obama thinks you're a dork. And that's saying some shit.
If there are any news team members on right now, I want you to go get Chris Isaac and get him on this show.
Oh man,
we need to get Chris Isaac in a call with
we could steal Keemstar's bit and like have a playground insult match. Yeah.
Between Geekdom and Chris Isaac.
That would be the greatest thing ever. All right, Obama, I'm gonna put on fucking Tobes. All right.
Have a nice day.
I'm gonna give you a well, I guess I won't give you a fucking known fuckhead. Let's earn that some other time. Hope I remember.
It's just as good as this one because you might not earn it.
If I remember. Toby Keith, you're on the air.
Hey.
It's just some gay Arab fuck. Go ahead, Tobes.
Nick, that movie was whack, dog. What the fuck?
Fuck you. The movie was great, you piece of shit. I loved every minute of it.
Shut the
You
fuck
couldn't
up.
understand it.
If
It was made for fans of the show.
If I wanted to see some animated characters constipated for an hour and a half, okay,
they're powering up, Tobes.
They're powering up.
You can't just fight. You need to power up first. It's about the key.
Yeah.
Okay. How?
Come
on, Andy. Stop stuttering, Andy. Talk.
Fuck my mic.
The Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball.
I believe it is Dora.
I didn't understand the thing. I was banging.
Because it was in another language.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't fucking matter. There were subtitles. I couldn't understand jack.
Yeah, probably because they were probably in Arabic. Were they in Arabic or English?
It was English subtitles. I watched this. I watched him. Look, I had all my boasts ready. I was like, dude, I have a free ticket to watch the show. In your face, Nick. I watched
this guy's
the show
a dick.
2 weeks early.
He comes in, he's got to see it free 2 weeks early, and I couldn't get a fucking ticket the night of, and I had to watch a rip on YouTube.
Nick was literally like, Nick was way over this, almost worse than my Arcade 1-Up fucking thing. Like, Nick was like so ready for this shit, and you're like, son, it sucked. Son, it sucked. It wasn't that good. Wasn't that fucking good? That's too funny.
I wasted my only month free ticket pass to just shit on Nick, and then it turns out the movie's just awful, incoherent garbage that I didn't understand. And then his hair turns
You
blonde.
didn't understand. You didn't do your fucking research.
Listen.
Hey, you know, of course, I just got a message from
Geekdom101 doesn't mean you have to fucking act like.
I just got a DM from Geekdom101. He says you should go write for that magazine. Fucking criticize it.
Screen Rant's hiring.
Yeah, Screen Rant's hiring.
I don't think if you haven't seen any about the Dragon Ball stuff, you're not qualified to talk about Dragon Ball.
No.
Okay, you didn't know the backstory, and it wasn't made for casual Dragon Ball fans. It was for seasoned veterans of the series.
Yes. Hashtag Tobes isn't qualified. Hashtag Tobes isn't qualified. I'm going to make it on the goddamn thing right now. Tobes isn't qualified. I'm going right to my Twitter and letting everybody know. Tobes isn't qualified. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's this guy's
You're embarrassing yourself.
I should be
Every
fired
time you
so
speak, you make everybody look bad.
God, Tobes is gay.
Yeah.
Everyone in the room is now dumber because you have spoken.
It's a universal face palm until you fucking open your mouth. God damn.
Oh my god. I'm sorry I David Sherroded it up.
Oh God.
Hey, listen, that would have meant Geekdom had to Photoshop his own article.
Well, this is really off topic. I just looked at my my Twitter. Here's what it says: Joy, why don't you just ignore it? It shows that that they just want attention and want you to say something so they can turn around, blame it on you. Just ignore. Pay them no mind. They wrote to me, bitch. I don't care if I hear from Joy Sparkles ever a fucking again. God damn it. We made fun of her.
Talk about her tweet about the Native American guy.
Yeah, that's like a race. She made some kind of racist tweet.
Yeah, she called him a buffalo jockey. She said, "Go drink some water and smoke your
that piece of shit was being a racist. That buffalo jockey was being a racist.
It's horrible.
Let's condemn his racism with his fire water."
Yeah, look at this. It's funny. This guy. You know, this guy thought he was in trouble for fucking lying. He has no idea what it's like to be on Joy Sparkle's bad side. Screw this old ass buffalo jockey. I'm tired of these people complaining. Go drink some fire water and smoke your peace pipe. Shut the fuck up. Joy, the time has come. It's been a year. I invite you on Shot from the Point for an interview. You name the rules, and we could talk. Maybe we could sort our problems out and maybe collab. What do you think? What do you think, Joy? You made the offer once before. I'll hear you out. I think the time has come to put things aside.
I have a feeling.
Give you the time of day, you potato jockey.
I have a feeling on this situation, she's not going to reply with "Meet me on the Kumite."
No, she's not.
Come on, Tommy. We'll settle it on the Kumite.
Settle you pussy. I can't believe. You know my favorite thing she said. You know my favorite thing is I can't believe he has 2 kids because his pee-pee spotly. I didn't know men that can have babies. So she said, like, I have a bigger dick than him or something like that.
I wrote some shit to her like, "You're absolutely crazy," and her response was, "Well, at least I'm not a drug addict who dates abusive women like Rose."
Congratulations!
It's been a year.
Congratulations! Oh, and by the way, Taka, don't worry. I've been threatened. Well, I maybe shouldn't say that after tonight because it's supposedly big news. I got threatened to be sued and won by 2 millionaires, and nobody came through with it. So I'm pretty sure no one's going to sue you. Well, I'll probably eat that tomorrow too. No bets.
No, but honestly,
no bets.
Tommy,
no bets. No bets.
Someone's got to tell Joy Sparkle that going on this intense rampage won't bring the Daddy-O-5 money back.
Just be going to Ralph Retort. I'm not going.
It won't bring the money back.
I won't go on the Ralph Retort. I swear to God, no way.
Go on the Ralph Retort. Oh yeah.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
that's
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna walk into that fucking cave. Yeah, sure. They just had a weigh-in for a fight that was canceled. Yeah, sure. I'm sure we're gonna get the fair shake. I'm gonna sit in there and like 5 of my ex-girlfriends are gonna show up. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and 5 of my
is gonna have a lawsuit.
5 of my ex-girlfriends gonna show up and they're all gonna accuse me of rape. And say I pissed in their mouths. Yeah, no, there's just no way I'm going over there. But yeah, sure. Joy, if you want to come to Sniper, I feel offended. Boo, here's some money anyway. Thank you, Sniper Lord. Hey, you have to have balls to call shots from the point. That's the truth. That's
Not
it.
necessarily. I mean, I'm here.
No, get the fuck. Well, you're still a man.
What did you do? Clip them off?
He wishes.
I'm streaming after this, people.
All right, go check out.
You don't get to promote. You don't know Dragon Ball.
You're not qualified.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town to King's home, slapping 5s, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.